high school, I lettered in 5 sports, and volleyball, softball, track and field, ski team, basketball, and I also did ROTC, the rifle team. My junior year, I stopped playing basketball, and I joined the ski team. And I didn't have any skills for racing. I just had the guts to go down and just get it done. My senior year, I took state in skiing, which was really, because I always just had so much fun. And I had a really good coach, John Pettingill, that I still keep in touch with, and he was the first coach to tell me, compete against yourself, go have fun. I think that's what made me so good at, being a skier, was just, I had so much fun. And pole vaulting, I definitely wanted to make more of a career out of that, because I couldn't be a pole vaulter all my life, but I know I could be a skier. I looked into schools, and I chose Idaho State University. I only competed one season with Idaho State before I got hurt. So I was coming back from a pole vaulting meet from Reno, Nevada, and we were driving back up to Pocatello, Idaho, and the driver hit black ice, and the car rolled, and I was thrown out of the vehicle about 60 feet to oncoming traffic, and I sustained a spinal cord injury, which is pretty much my spinal cord was in a 90-degree angle, and thank goodness it wasn't severed. And I broke my back in 3 places. A truck driver saw it all happen. I mean, this was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We were like a half hour away from our where we lived, and I'm till this day I'm still trying to find that truck driver, because he pretty much stopped traffic, put flares around me, and put blankets on me, and I almost felt like he was an angel, And they did an operation on me for 12 hours, and they put Harrington rods in my back and took bone graft from my hip to replace the discs that I shattered. And when I kind of just woke up and was conscious, I found out from the doctors that I'd be wheelchair bound and never walk again. It was really hard for me to hear those words, because all I knew was to be an athlete. I mean, that's my dream since I was 8 years old, of being an Olympian. So I just told them no. Within 6 months, I'm going to be back pole vaulting. And it took longer. It's still taking longer. I'm still wanting to achieve that dream and goal to pole vault again, but we'll just see what God has in His plans for me at this moment. I was introduced to more of an elite level of mono skiing from another disabled athlete that saw me skiing at Mount Rose, and I had no idea there was such a life and program out there. The head coach of the U.S. ski team called me up and said, "Why don't you come out to nationals and see what you got?" So I went out there and I took 3rd in GS, and from then on I was hooked, and that was about 8 years ago. And 2 years ago I was announced on the U.S. adapted ski team. It was just amazing to see all the different kind of levels of disabilities, and there's people that are worse off than me, and they're kicking my butt down the hill, and it just kind of puts things in check and into reality. But it's like I got that attitude of like being challenged again, and my competitive edge came back, and it's just the coolest feeling to have. I mean, adrenaline, like I'm such adrenaline junkie when it comes to that. I used to always fall asleep on horses like this.
Really?
When I was little. You could never get me off a horse. People always get scared and have so much fear when they think about the future, and I don't. my, passion is to just live every day like it's your last. And I know a lot of people, know what that's like when you go through tragedy in your life. If it's yourself becoming disabled or losing a loved one. I mean, it kind of gives you a whole different perspective in life. So I'm really thankful for what God has chosen for me so far, and I can only imagine what He has for me in the future. So sometimes I just have to take a step back and go, okay, breathe and live at this moment. My walking has progressed so much because I was paralyzed from pretty much the belly button down. I had maybe 10% on my left quad, and I could stand with braces and use parallel bars to help me walk. But that was pretty much it, and I progressed to a wheelchair, to a walker. I don't owe 100% to stem cells. I also owe it on my faith and my motivation and determination to get in the gym and to, exercise and move and to get out there with a positive attitude and say, I'm going to walk again, and keep telling myself, and, I am, and it's only getting better. I'm so glad that I'm able to put my wheelchair in and stand up and grab a glass out of the, the counter, like little things like that you just take for granted. I hit these plateaus every now and then, and I get down, but I'm only human. Everyone thinks of me as this hero, and I'm inspiring and whatnot, and I just give it right back at them. I'm like, you probably do the same thing that I'm doing, and I just was lucky enough to have a family that was in that field, and it was almost like it was chosen for me. So I just kind of, live by that motto that, things happen for a reason, and it's what you do with it yourself. And the support that I had was amazing. So I will continue to have stem cells until I'm normal, is what the doctors say. But I'm very content of who I am now as a person. What I've become for myself and for other people, it's been great to be a mentor and to inspire people to, never give up. Before I was hurt, I was training to be an Olympian pole vaulter. But, after I got hurt, I thought all my dreams in being an athlete, an elite athlete, would not be able to come true. But it's what you think about what's going to happen. I mean, other people don't choose your destiny. You choose your own. It's still not going to be real to me until I'm there at the opening ceremonies, listening to the anthem and representing the United States of America.